Let's take a look at this statement from Schumer and Pelosi. Their statement on the meeting, they say that we gave the president two options that would keep the government open. It is his choice to accept one of those options or shut the government down. And as we heard in this meeting, he said, you know what? Hey, I take full responsibility. I won't blame it on you. I'll shut the government down if you don't provide this funding. What did you think about this scene yesterday?
I thought it was great seeing the president put both Nancy and Chuck on the spot and having forced them to defend their position on not securing our border. We're watching them basically saying that open borders for illegal immigrants are more important than open government for Americans. It's complete hypocrisy, and at the end of the day, they are both, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, are going to be responsible for the shutdown one way or the other.
And there was also some back and forth as to whether or not the president has the votes that he needs right now amongst Republicans to pass the funding that he needs. He says that he does. Nancy Pelosi was sitting there saying that he does not. What do you know about that and on that front? He's talking about just $5 billion.
Right. And so I think right now, if it does not get passed next Friday, it's going to be on Chuck Schumer's hands, and Nancy Pelosi's trying to get the votes. If this goes to January, it's going to be on her hands. So really, I think we're going to see kind of a standoff more so between Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer than we are with the president at this point.
I know that a lot of Republicans were coming forward and saying, you know, they're willing to back the president, and they're willing to put something forward right now with that $5 billion number in it.
Well, and $5 billion is 1/10 of 1% of the budget. And you think about all of the waste in government, and this is something that has proven effect. It keeps our country safe. It keeps this is just a very common sense solution to a major problem that we have. And I think that we're going to see that the Republicans are going to completely back the president on this. He shouldn't back down. And it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out between both Nancy and Chuck.
And there's some new legislation that's being introduced. Tell our viewers about that, the WALL Act.
The WALL Act is actually $25 billion. They are coming forth with this, and it would include both the wall, it would include border checkpoints, technology, security. So quite frankly, at this point in time, it's a better deal for both Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer to go forth with the $5 billion than $25 billion.
Yeah, and that also would close some loopholes, including welfare and food stamps and tax credits to undocumented immigrants. It would also, as you mentioned, fully fund the wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, the time